Hey, my name is Phil and welcome to this Landingi review slash tutorial slash, walkthrough. I've been personally using Landingi for about the last year. I've sort of been picking at it, testing a few other landing page softwares out there, and Landingi's got some really good stuff. So I'm going to be going through that today. Just a bit of housekeeping. If this is your first time on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every subscription counts, and I appreciate you guys for checking me out. Plus, I'll be doing a bunch of great reviews, tutorials, and trainings in the future, so I want you guys to get the best stuff when it comes out. Right, so let's get into the show. Today, we are talking about Landingi. Now, it's Landingi, not Landingi, as some people say. It just sounds weird when you say that. Landingi, they're a relatively new company. They've been in the market for quite some time, and they focus on landing pages, squeeze pages, and lead generation. Now, I've been using them for about the past, year off and on. I've just been picking them for mainly Instagram organic traffic. I've been running a bunch of traffic through a lot of different sources, and I just wanted to use sort of Landingi on the Instagram part, just to see sort of how it converts. And I'll sort of show you the campaigns, how they're going, what's not working, what is working, a few little bugs that they still need to wrinkle out, but what's in the future. Because Landingi is extremely affordable compared to things like lead pages, Clickfunnels, Thrive things. And it's also, in my opinion, one of the best for mobile optimization. I'm sick of creating these landing pages in the phone format on these other builders, and then you go and actually look on it on your phone and it's nothing what it looks like on the builder. That really annoys me. So luckily Landingi is spot on for that. And yeah, I'll just sort of show you what's going on the back end. I am an affiliate for Landingi, so full disclosure there. But the great thing is, if you do decide to join up to Landingi, I can actually offer you a 15% discount on that, and I'll also give you a few free landing pages that I've already built, high converting ones that you can get for free. Just shoot me an email. I'll leave all the instructions below and I'll get those over to you as fast as possible. So let's go behind the screen. I'm going to show you Landingi and what it's all about. Okay guys, so we are now on the homepage of Landingi. As you can see here, it's got a free trial which you can get. Make sure if you want my free bonuses though and the free 15% discount, use the link below this video. But essentially what it's got here is a nice little demo. I'm not going to go through it. You can go through in your own time. But one good thing I like about this is Neil Patel has put his name on it, right? And Neil Patel is not a small deal. He's one of the world's biggest SEO gurus out there, so he knows exactly what he's talking about, and he's put his name on it, so that's really, really good indeed. Now, going through the page, there's not really much to see. It just shows you a little bit what they're doing, a live training, lead generation, and then it's got a bunch of landing pages down here that you can use as templates. Now, just FYI, I'm using a VPN at the moment. It's not the fastest, so Landingi is extremely quick. If it takes a little while to load, that is because I'm in Bali and I need a VPN. Yeah, so that being said, let's get into the back end. So this is the front end. I'll quickly show you the pricing. It may have changed since last time I've seen it, but what we have is it's extremely cheap. I mean, look at that. If you've only got a couple of landing pages, $11 a month is literally nothing. But I would probably go for the $29 core. If you're relatively new, you can have 5 custom domains, 100,000 visitors. That's going to last you an extremely long amount of time. And then obviously you can upgrade later if you need to. But majority of people, I think, would even stay on the core plan for, majority of the time that they use it. Especially if you're a blogger, Instagrammer, something like that. You might want to have just a cheap landing page builder. I'd recommend this one 100%. Right, so I'm going to log into the back office and show you what is up. So this is my back office. I've only really run a couple of accounts on Instagram through Landingi. As you can see, I've got 1,127 leads I've collected in that time, which is good. And I'm running about 22 landing pages. Some of them aren't actually functioning. These are more sort of for product launches. I'm actually really only using Landingi for a couple of Instagram accounts, and I'll show you what those are in a second. Just a quick walk through the back office. If we were to say build a brand new landing page, I will click on new landing page and show you sort of the experience you're going to get. So you can choose either a template or you can upload a .landing page file. So if you do decide to use my link, you can upload one of my landing pages I send you, or you can order a service. You'd have to obviously pay for it, so I probably wouldn't use that straight away. I'm just going to pick a template for now and show you sort of what you can expect. Once again, sorry about the slow internet. So, as you can see, I've got a ton of different landing pages that you can just quickly grab and adjust them to suit. You'll probably notice there's a lot of stock photos on there, so that's good to see. You can literally just use what's there. It all depends on really what your niche is, you know. Like I mainly just do things like lead generation, so I'll give away like free ebooks or, you know, just gather an email address. But there's so many different things for so many different varieties. It's all just about picking sort of the one that you like and working with it. I think I started my ones from scratch, but I have got one of these in a template. I'll just come down and see what else we've got. I'll just pick one and start building it for you to show you what it sort of looks like. So this one looks pretty good. I might use this one. So I'll click use template. It might take a couple of seconds, but the great thing about this is you can have, I'll just put YouTube tutorial, press start. The good thing is you can delete what you don't want. You can add things on top, so it doesn't actually matter if you start with scratch or if you start with a fully finished page. So that's something good about Landingi. Now, coming back to what I mentioned before, this is probably my biggest thing why I use Landingi. It's because it's easy to use, and literally what you create on mobile is what it looks like. Those are my two biggest things. I do use Clickfunnels, I do use lead pages, I do use, you know, a bunch of other builders like Thrive themes. This is still my probably go-to if I want a quick campaign set up and quickly, just because it's so easy. It's literally so easy. And once you've actually created something you like, you can duplicate the pages as many times as you want, and you can split test. So it's great. So this is pretty much a example I'm going to go through. Your company, you know. So as you can see here, we've got the stuff on the left, and this is all drag and drop. So if I wanted to put, say, an icon in the middle of the baby's head, I could just drop it there, and then you can click change, and you can choose your icons or whatever you want. If you want to move it, you can either drag it on the little crosshair there, or you can just drag it on top of the icon. Doesn't matter what module, everything is exactly the same. You can also duplicate it, and you can change the layers. You can change, you know, which one's on the front, which one's in the back. So that's pretty much, you know, the basics of any drag and drop builder. This one is probably more desirable than a lot of other ones. What I really like about this particular builder as well, which you should take note, is let's say I wrote a bunch of stuff like this is a really cool point, and then I accidentally pressed something. You can actually Command Z and go back. Now, a lot of builders don't have that, and if you make a mistake and you accidentally make something go away, it's gone. And oh, the amount of frustration I've had building a landing page, putting so much effort into it, accidentally selecting all and pressing a button, and then it's gone. One of the worst things in the world. Luckily, you can always go back on this one, and that's the same with moving anything around. You can also drag multiple sections at once, drag them all around at one particular time. You can like grab that one, or you can select all of these and drag all of these along. Yeah, so you get the gist of it. It's really good. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty much, you know, the basics of it. If you didn't want that, you can delete it. You can delete all this. If you wanted to change color, all the color values are here. You can make it bold, you can italic, all that sort of carry on. For backgrounds, we either have images, gradients, videos, or, you know, solid colors. That's pretty standard, I think, with most builders. But it's good to know that it's there and it's easy to use. For background images, you can choose which, you know, where it wants to be on the page, and you can either turn it off and on if you don't want a background at all. And you've also got, you know, all the basic stuff that you really want, you know, counters, videos. I'm not going to go too deep into that. If you guys are here, you already know what you can expect in a visual builder. You just want to see what this one's like. So you'll notice at the top here we have a desktop view and we've got a mobile view, but as you can see we've also got add viewport. For some reason it doesn't come predefined with iPad on it, so if you just click that, it's got the tablet view there, so it doesn't actually make a difference. So yeah, just remember to do that when you're changing your landing pages. But like I said earlier, if you go to the mobile view, what you see is what you'll get. So I've moved around some stuff. It doesn't look that good. You can click rebuild section if you want. It's going to move some stuff around. I always just like to rebuild mine anyway. I like my stuff all nice and tight so people don't have to scroll much. That's just me personally. So you can only change the text on this viewport, which is actually good, because I know in Clickfunnels you can change it, but then it changes the original size. It's extremely annoying. So if you're wanting to, move some stuff around, what I recommend you do is, highlight what you want. So you click on the builder, you can make it center, you can change the sizes, you can do all that sort of great stuff. You can bring it up, you can move it down, you can sort of move it around the place. It's really good. It's really easy. I always, like I mentioned earlier, like to drag things up just to make it look good. It's not always the most pleasant if you're building them on your own from scratch. You have to mobile optimize them. That's why I like to just, create a few templates, and then I'll just duplicate them from there on in. Once again, if you use that affiliate link, I'm more than happy to send you over my work. But yeah, you just want to make it look good. So then once you actually go to have a look what it looks like on mobile, it's a little bit nicer, right? So I'm just going to delete the smiley face. It's kind of annoying. Smiley face gone. If I go back to the viewport, that looks pretty good. So if I click here, save, just to show you what the builder will look like, I'll do a quick preview, and then I'll show you a few other little features that you should think about. So it's saving. If I click preview, it will bring up another page, which you can see in desktop, tablet, and on phone. Once again, apologies if it takes a few seconds. The VPN is not the fastest. Cool, so there it is, desktop, tablet, and mobile. So you can adjust this to however you want it. It's extremely easy to use. And you'll probably notice a thank you page here. I'll get into that now. So, as you know, opt-in pages, if you've used lead pages before, you'll notice that it's just singular pages, right? So if you're using maybe WordPress to create these, you'll always have to usually redirect to somewhere afterwards, but it's usually separate pages. Good thing with Landingi is they actually pair them together. So you've got an opt-in page and you've got a thank you page or a bridge page, whichever you want to call it. So once you've created your landing page, now you can actually go to your thank you page. Now you can edit this however you want. You can change the background images. You can, put just a gradient. You can add whatever little things you want in. I usually have on my thank you pages a video and then a call to action, trying to take people somewhere. So if you drop the video in here, you can, do all these settings, add it in so you keep people engaged. But yeah, that's just a personal preference. You might just want to redirect them to somewhere else. You can do that in the settings. But the good thing is it's there and it's paired together. So when you're going through your opt-in pages, your squeeze pages in your back office and your dashboard, everything is paired together, unlike lead pages or in a WordPress where you have to keep them separate and link them together, because once you have more than, like 10 pages, it's all over the show. So another big tick for Landingi. I really, really, really love this feature. So that's pretty much the builder, guys. I'm not going to go too much more in depth. You guys wanted to just see the basic stuff. It's drag and drop. You can change text sizes. You can add images, boxes, HTMLs, counters, all that sort of stuff. That's good. So you're probably wondering about things like integrations, maybe the SEO metadata. So I'll get into that stuff now. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can either click on settings and click on custom CSS or additional options, either one, and it's going to take you to this page here. This is where you'll name the page. So this can be I'll just put YouTube tutorial, keywords, YouTube tutorial, whatever. It doesn't actually matter for this particular one, but this is what you would do. And description, whatever you want in there. If there's any tags, it's mainly just the title for this particular one. It's going to show up at the top. And then the second one, social share, this is where you want to add in the extra information. So the title, the description, and if you want to upload a thumbnail, so if someone shared it to social media, it's actually going to show them, the square, the image for social media. And you can upload them from your computer. I won't show you too much of my imagery in my computer, so that's fine. But yeah, it's easy. I'll show you another funnel with everything set up as well, just so you get it. And there's a few other things as well. You can add like a favicon, which I actually really like. A lot of the times you can only add a favicon to site-wide sort of information, but this one you can do funnel specific or page specific, which is really good. And then you can add some extra CSS code. So I'm just going to click save. This one's pretty much good to go. So now all I have to do is click publish, and then it's going to either give me the landing page link, or you can download the WordPress plugin, which I personally do, put it into your WordPress site, and then you can do everything else. I always use WordPress for these types of things because I've got, a hosting package where I can do multiple domains, have custom email addresses, and you can always import landing pages on there, and it looks really nice. So that's pretty much it. Here's a few options, as you can see. If I open this in another tab, this page I've just created will be here, and it'll be optimized as to how we saw it in the builder. So that's good. I'll just quickly show you once again. So I'll inspect it. It's on responsive, so it'll change sizes when it needs to. As you can see, just like you saw it on the builder, which is what we want. So that's great. So that landing page is done. That's pretty much the builder. You can delete what you don't want, all that sort of carry on. The last thing I want to do is actually show you a couple of pages that work for me. I like to keep things extremely basic. A person's on that page for one reason. It's usually I give them a free a guide or an ebook, or I create a training for them that I send to them. That's mainly the sort of landing pages I create. So I'll show you probably one of my highest converting, which is a little bit ridiculous because it's so basic. But I'll show you that, and I'll give you an idea of what you can expect. Now, I'm actually going to show you one bug that I haven't told support about. I probably should. This is one thing that you may expect, right? So as you can see here, I've only had 21 visits so far in the last month. Like, this is just an Instagram page I run called Paleo Potential. I just give a free ebook. It was just sort of more of a test than anything. But I've got, I think 800 leads from it. But as you can see, in the last 30 days, I've had 66 leads, only 21 visits. Now, in any normal scenario, that doesn't make sense unless each person subscribed with over 3 different accounts, which isn't quite right. And I think that's because I'm running the page from WordPress. I'm not 100% entirely sure, but if I got a 350% conversion rate, I should be getting paid a whole lot more. But that's the only bug I've actually found so far in Landingi. I should probably actually tell customer support about this. Another good thing, you can export the leads as well if you really wanted, but majority of the time you can just integrate it, with your email provider. My one being GetResponse. It's all native. I've got so many different integrations, and they also use Zapier if you use Zapier, so that's good. So if you click on the leads, it's going to show you all the leads that have been there. I'm not going to show you because that's personal data, but you can also do like an A/B split testing in here, see which ones work, which ones don't. You can add in your Facebook pixel, and if you've got any other pixels, you can put in the JavaScript code. You can also do a bunch of other cool stuff with the JavaScript code. And then in the settings, there's just a few other options. It's pretty much the same stuff that we've seen before. You can have things like info bar, intercom, schedule. I don't really use this sort of stuff. You can have the info bar that I actually have used once, and it worked quite well. But majority of the time, you're not going to use this stuff. You're just going to use the basic landing page builder. And I think it's still one of the best builders out there, especially for the price that you have it. So that's pretty much, I'll show you this page as well. I haven't even shown you the page. The page is amazing. It's just so basic. And I think it's like running at about 40 to 50% or 40 to 60% conversion. So that's really good because it's cold traffic, and on Instagram, I'm not even doing any automation or anything. So that's it there. I'll show you quickly what it, don't want that one. I'll show you quickly what it looks like on the mobile. So as you can see, it shrinks down really nicely, right? It shrinks down exactly how you want it to shrink. So, I mean, that's, in my eyes, the most important thing. There's nothing worse than building a landing page, optimizing it for mobile, and then looking on it, and it's completely out of whack. So that's pretty much my Landingi review, tutorial, walkthrough, guys. I will use Landingi for a long time, and I do recommend it, especially for people starting out. It's cheap, it's easy to use, it's extremely versatile as well for all the needs you have. Most of the people just want something that loads quick, that can gather an email quickly, send it to the right email marketing tool, and you can go from there. They also have a lot of things coming up, so I'll have a look on the product updates to show you what they're talking about, because they are quite a new company. They did start a while ago, but they're only starting to really take off right now. So they've got things like all these basic little parts, but they've got pop-ups rocking now. I don't actually use the pop-ups, just to let you know. I don't use pop-ups or the light boxes. Mine's mainly just taking cold traffic onto a page that doesn't have a website. So that's why landing pages are so good. If I click on labs though, there is a couple of other good little things to learn. They've created page funnels, which is really good. Extended parts of a sales funnel. It's a good alternative to things like Clickfunnels for those who use it, and also Builderall, all that sort of stuff. But this is probably my most exciting thing. I like to keep organized, and as I was mentioning before, if you use lead pages, your stuff will be all over the show. You can keep things into folders here, so it could be like Instagram offers, it could be like Facebook offers, it could be particular things for particular things, which I personally love and I think is going to be much valuable to a lot of people, including myself. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's Landingi once again. Sorry, I just threw a little extra bonuses in there. But once again, if you do really want to use Landingi, you haven't signed up yet, make sure you click below the video on my affiliate link. I will make a commission if you pay for it. Just disclaimer there, but you will also get a 15% discount, and I can also send you my highest converting funnels if you want them. I'll leave some instructions to get that below. But my name is Phil Wilson, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Once again, if you like what you've seen, click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I've got a lot of great things coming in the future, and I will see you guys on the next video. All right, ciao.